Well, good afternoon to everyone. I hope if you had any doubts whether you should start a company or a venture, that this movie enticed you or excited you in some way. So, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and entrepreneurs, guests, everyone that is here to learn something new and is joining us today. So, my name is Gonc. I'm a program manager for the MIT Portugal Innovation Entrepreneurship Initiative. It is my duty to welcome you today in this fully booked audience. Caixa Capital and MIT entities welcome you in welcome you today in this initiative too, which marks the closure of the third edition of the Grand Finale. So today we are pleased to have with us in this global celebration of new exciting startups, along with a highly vetted group of international entrepreneurs, investors, catalysts, and key decision makers that will certainly make our session much more inspiring. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank our keynote speakers and guests tonight: Danny Sands, healthcare thought leader; Jonathan Green, member and former director of Common Angels; Paulo Ferrão, national MIT Portugal program director; Pedro Carneiro, member of the board of Fundação para a Ciência e Tecnologia; last but not least, Walter Palma, director at Caixa Capital. After an arduous and demanding selection process at semi-finals, track finals, our international panel of 50 judges across 4 tracks have had a difficult job in narrowing down from over 130 submissions down to 4 finalists that are here today and will be pitching to you and competing for the third edition Grand finalist place. This team will fetch an additional financial support of €100,000 to the already secured €100,000 at the track finals. This team can double this support up to €400,000 according to meeting the venture milestones that were negotiated to their startup. The 4 Grand Finale candidates are RD Fixer in the Life Sciences track, Vinium in the Sustainable Energy and Transportation track, Faces in the IT Web track, and The Orbit in Consumer Products and Services track. Let me tell you that you are all already winners after surviving this long process of over 1,000 hours of different sorts of interaction with us and our community members. The grand finalists to be announced tonight will enter the venture phase along with the remainder track finalists, honorable mentions, and semi-finalists. All will benefit from in-kind support from the organizers, valued at an extra €1 million, including a number of focused boot camps and investor events, not to mention the continued support from individually assigned mentors and highly vetted catalysts. BGI is the only innovation entrepreneurship program in the world which is designed to support all the 20 semi-finalist teams every year in the post-selection period. The goal of this process is that during this intensive period of work together, startup founders are able to validate their value propositions with global reaching customers on a B2B basis and ultimately be able to scale them up with the help of international Series A venture financing. For that goal, the financial support provided to the teams by our financial partner, Caixa Capital, via the Caixa Empreender Mais Awards is paramount. As BGI is coming to celebrate its 3rd anniversary, in fact, we will be 3 tomorrow, since we launched our first call for submissions. A lot has happened since then. As I reflect over the last 3 years, it has to be noted that Portuguese reality today has very little resemblance to what it was 3 years ago. We should be proud of ourselves of having actively contributed to raising the bar and the standards in the tech-based entrepreneurial ecosystem. We should be proud of ourselves of the number of players and many different initiatives, ideas, and business plan competitions that exist today, not to mention the clubs being created every day in a vibrant environment that can be found in Portugal today. Would-be entrepreneurs today do not lack the support or the tools that they would find anywhere else in the world, at least to start doing something, and that's very important. We can say with some modesty rather, that we've had our fair share in this positive evolution of the ecosystem, and that we should take credit as others follow our footsteps. But we are not alone in this endeavor. I'd like to thank our many partners, both in Portugal and beyond, some of whom have traveled very far to be here today. BGI is not for the faint-hearted. It was born out of a long-term stake in which a small country like Portugal should and have a significant new economic reality, and open to the world based on key drivers such as differentiated knowledge, highly qualified human capital, technological innovation, and a strong entrepreneurial spirit. And that a preeminent business school such as ISCTE could make a difference in the process of technology commercialization, mainly in go-to-market and risk mitigation strategies. We are on the right track and can say with some level of confidence that the best is still to come over the next years as we walk the talk with you in this our yet information undiscovered ecosystem. But here are some numbers I want to share with you that are growing by the day from our alumni team's hard work. Nearly 13 million euros have been raised by 24 teams from the previous 2 editions in just over 2 years. 47 newly incorporated startups, among 60 semi-finalists selected, coached and mentored over 3,000 hours. 100 plus new highly qualified jobs have also been created, some that we desperately need in Portugal. Tonight, we will all be inspired by a highly vetted group of international entrepreneurs, investors, catalysts, and key decision makers with their success stories, failures, and future plans for MIT Portugal program and also BGI. So on behalf of the organization, I'd like to thank you all, once again, judges, catalysts, some of whom are with us today after a lot of hours of non-sleep and traveling, entrepreneurs and supporters for their significant contributions, and for helping us accomplish the BGI mission on facilitating value creation and early stage launch of new technology companies. Also, a special thanks to our dedicated volunteers who keep making this venue a reality, in particular to Eduardo Filho from Busy Entrepreneurs Club, and of course Catarina Madeira and Silvia Castro, which help us a lot. Obviously, without their support, we'd not be here. Finally, a networking session will close the ceremony, for which you're welcome to join us for a drink and network and find out about all the real heroes of this initiative, which are the entrepreneurs. And let me wish you an inspiring and thrilling evening. I hope to see you, some of you at least, for the next year edition here, pitching to a large audience. On that note, I'd like to welcome our first keynote speaker, Danny Sands, who is a passionate medical doctor on healthcare transformation. Danny spent 6 years at Cisco, most recently as a Chief Medical Informatics Officer, where he provided both internal and external health IT leadership and helped key decision customers with business and clinical transformation using IT. Prior to joining Cisco in 2006, Sands was Vice President and Chief Medical Officer of Zix Corporation, where he helped the company become a leader in e-prescribing. Before that, he worked for almost 14 years in numerous capacities, including clinical systems integration architect at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston, where he developed and implemented numerous systems to improve clinical care delivery and patient engagement. An MD since earned his master's degree at Harvard School of Public Health. He is an assistant clinical professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School and maintains a primary care practice. Sands is the recipient of numerous health IT awards and has been elected to fellowship in the American College of Physicians and the American College of Medical Informatics. Please welcome Danny Sands.